Morning. Morning. Hold on a second. Morning. Greeting. Good morning. Good morning. I have no idea why the camera is like all the way in my face this morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, I have a couple of things to talk about this morning. Last night we had our first meeting of SOB states, and I'm going to talk about that. A project that I've been working on and definitely kicking full-fledged on it. I said that I was going to continue on YouTube, and I meant it because I have closed my Instagram or deactivated my Instagram account. I deleted my Twitter account. Um, I'm I think that YouTube is going to be the closest to free media we're gonna have or we've had in a long time, honestly. The only reason why I'm still on Meta is because I got accepted into their metaverse program. And I'm a deep believer in the metaverse, and I've been working hard to get that for a while. And that's unfortunately tied to my other accounts. So I can't close my Meta account. Thanks, Zuck. But definitely off of Instagram, which Instagram, by the way, is a three of diamonds. And it definitely has been a hodgepodge of awareness and negativity at the same time. If y'all don't know what the three of diamonds is, that is Diddy's card, that is Trump's card, that is a lot of people's cards. So there's a chock full of negativity that's associated with that platform, and I won't be there. Perhaps I'll be on TikTok. I don't know. And maybe I'll start doing more TikTok. Think about that. TikTok is an eight of diamonds, which can have its levels of negativity, but it may be a little bit more freer in terms of media as well. So some of the things that some of the progressives I talk about is the fact that this time highlights the time of free media of the people, not the major media networks. The major media networks have degraded down to so much inaccurate information that it's putting towards this Pluto and Aquarius, which is power to the people, which is also people's media and meet people's media platforms, people's social media platforms and stuff like that. So we'll be moving away from this is the death of that kind of social media. And ironically, those platforms that I spoke about, Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, Russia has been having its day. And I've been talking about that for a long time. I've been warning. I even got on the Breakfast Club and talked about how Russia has infiltrated deeply those platforms and has swayed all types of opinions and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's definitely time to get off those platforms and to create our own. I've created two. I don't know why my internet is so laggy this morning. Hopefully, I'm not too laggy for y'all, but I've created two. Sob Social, and I'm getting ready to launch a Twitter-like platform as well, which is connected to Guap, which is going to be heavily, I guess, moderated. We're gonna have people moderators. I'm gonna moderate because we don't want it to fall in the hands of bad actors outside of this country. We want to have a place where black and brown, whom, or whatever you want to call yourself, or even allies, have a place to freely express themselves and respectfully, and not using bullying tactics or trolls or anything like that. We want to be 100% troll free. So that is one of the other platforms I'm working on. So I'm got a slew of development to do. So I'm not as available on the other side. I don't have no time really for social media with all the development I'm throwing myself into to get these platforms launched for real, for real. If you missed the Sob Social Zoom last night, there's going to be more Zooms, but I also have a replay that you can request from me by going to Aquarius Maximus and just clicking on the contact site. My site is also undergoing a redo as well. So it's a lot. The United States has an ace of spades right now. So this is reinventing yourself, redos, stuff like that. So a lot of people are going to be doing that once they can pull themselves out of their feelings. I had to pull myself out of double feelings because I also had a death in the family as well this weekend, which kind of already had me kind of. Um, so talk about a couple of things in regards to the elections. The interesting thing is I had a conversation with another astrologer, and they were like, and I said that, quote unquote, Democrats don't typically, when they lose, go haywire. They don't do insurrections. They don't. And he was like, "Oh, that's not true." I said, "Well, you tell me when you can." So here we are now, and we're not going haywire. Instead, we're getting actionable. And I'm not necessarily calling myself a Democrat. I'm just saying something other than MAGA and the Republicans. Just put it to you like that, because I'm a whole other movement. But um, so y'all, hold on one second, y'all. Let me text people and tell them I am on a live. I got a lot of stuff going on in the morning, so folks don't know I'm doing YouTube more on live. I them. So the spirits, my spirits that I deal with, I talk about my spirits all the time. My spirits that I deal with and how they deal with me in the relationship we have is a lot different than other people in their spirits and stuff like that. My spirits I almost look at as human, meaning that they do some human shit sometimes, you know. And we go back and forth and we argue and I get mad, I get angry. I got really mad and angry the yesterday for being led down the road that I was led down. However, let me tell you this. I also realize that the reason why they lead me down a particular road is to get a particular reaction from me. And because I am Mars ruled, that reaction usually is anger, because I'm a type of person that I don't get angry a lot, right? And I try to stay calm. I try to take things very positive because that's what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to bring positivity, faith, hope to people. So I try to stay that way. I try to stay in a constant state of that way, right? So a lot of times I tell them, even when it comes to people, they will have me be in whole relationships with people that I already felt that maybe this is not going to work out, but they'll still say, they'll give me the red light to do that, to walk down that path. And I would be so mad. I would be so angry. I'd be like, all you had to do was tell me that this person wasn't the right person for me. Just you to tell me that, I would have been like, peace out. But they never do that, right? And the reason being is because I'm supposed to have these experiences. And I'm also supposed to know that we do, in fact, have free will to be able to do things on our own, right? So, what it does is it trains me to be I'm on a live. Yes. Why does this feel like a brick? Where did it come from? Amazon. Uh it feels like a whole brick, y'all. I'm like, if someone send me something I ain't supposed to be opening. But at any rate, I realized that with all of this, I stopped asking them. I start doing that less. Oh yeah, thank you. I started doing that less and less, right? I stopped asking them for a for their what I should do. And the crazy thing is, I tell my people, oh, these are batteries, y'all. These are batteries. I ordered a case of batteries. That's why they're so heavy. I've been ordering stuff and forgetting. But I stopped asking my spirits less and less what to do. And when I do ask them, I ask them how to do it. This is something that I usually teach my students. I teach people who I do readings for. I tell them that if you have a nine of hearts, you cannot live a permissive life, meaning that make yourself a slave and think that you constantly have to ask for permission to do something, or you have to get their word on what you should do or who you should do it with, right? You're supposed to step up for yourself and make that decision. And then when you go to the spirits, you ask the spirits, how do I do it? Not, should I do this? Because if the thought came in your mind to do it, then you need to do it. But what you need advice on is how to make this successful. That's the advice that you ask. How can I make this work? Even with relationships, you can make any relationship work. There's a blueprint to every relationship. You know what I mean? So instead of going and asking, am I compatible or should I be with this person? You should ask them, what do we need to do to make this a successful relationship? Or what do I need to do? And if that other person is also willing, then you got a potential blueprint for a successful relationship. So, you know, again, that's why I don't deal with my spirits like that anymore. I haven't for a while. I just do what I want to do and consult them on the best methods to getting it done. What help do I need? What do I need to juice it up? So I say that to say that would also mean that sometimes things would come through and they would constantly tell me something and it not manifest yet, but it manifests later in time. And that's also a faith thing. So, do I believe that this election is over? Not by a long shot. Not even by a long shot. This is not over. Not at all. So, prepare yourself for a bumpy ride. But in the meantime, you need to be taking this time to prepare yourself, to be prepared during the bumpy ride. So that means strategizing and taking advantage of everything that is there available to you. Because I'm going to tell you this, the criminals are, the criminals are going to criminal right now. They're going to take fullest advantage of every loophole and thing that they know is opening up in a dystopian world for us. That is what they're going to do. So, what this is about is dividing. This is not about coming together, y'all. It's about coming together within your folks, but it's not about coming together with just anybody. And the best plans to come together are going to be those that are based on frameworks. Because when you don't have money or capital, the next best thing you can have is a framework. So, what is a framework? A framework is a plan, a detailed plan that grounded um, set of instructions that is going to make things flow in a particular way, which is much like what blockchain does, or smart contracts, if you're familiar with smart contracts. So, smart contracts are a set of instructions that are immutable. And everybody knows what those instructions are because they're visible, they're transparent. So it's basically instructions that say, if you do this, this is where the next step is going to happen. This is going to be the outcome of what you just did, and that is a little bit of a framework. And that is what I've been building on for a very long time in conjunction with Guapcoin. I've been building another program called Sov ID, Sov States. And let me let you know that while it uses the term sovereign, it is not necessarily identified with quote unquote sovereign movements that are out there. I never really identified with sovereign movements out there because theoretically some of them were good, but in reality they were not because they didn't have a framework. And when people don't have a framework, they don't have confidence and they don't have trust in what you're doing and they botch it left and right. Therefore, you are where you are. You know what I mean? And it just doesn't work. So, what I'm about is building the frameworks. And I'm like, since I'm a framework builder, and since I could largely agree with I can agree with some of the things they said, but not all, why not build the framework that can really make that possible? And that's where Sob States comes into play, which is a collection of federated communities all over the world. There's that connection between, just like we're all connected in the world now, but when we go through government channels, it's all censored, it's all dictated, it all has propaganda, it's this, who you can and cannot deal with. But in the world of blockchain, everybody is just a number. And in the universe, guess what? You're just a number too, right? So, how do we deal with each other without liking one another, without having these, particulars? Because that's going to be the secret to growing a very strong and large community. Because you are not going to be able to hold on one second. My son is about to get kicked off the internet. Hold on a second. Let me kick my son off the internet real quick, y'all. He don't even hear me. He's wearing headphones. He don't know what's about to happen to him. So, at any rate, because I can do two things at once, I think. Yeah. Oh, he's so lucky. Um, Hold on one second. Y'all hear him yelling in the background? Hold on one second. This is mommy. Sorry about that, y'all. Mommy duties. Oh, yeah. Poor baby is the word. So, anyway, where was I? Frameworks. So again, SOB is a federated community that will utilize blockchain, AI, and humans because we're not just going to implement a system that is totally built on just technology and leave humans out of the loop. I'm a technologist, I'm an AI engineer, etc. but I'm also a human. And I believe that we can co create with AI and not just let AI do everything. Because unfortunately, AI has a bit of a conundrum that I'll tell you about one day. Good morning. So that would mean that there is humans in the loop when it comes to decisions and decision makers. And the thing is, we want to be really high up on the loop. We don't want to be low in the loop. We want to be high in the loop. So while AI could be making decisions or blockchain smart contracts are making decisions and dealing with governance, humans are at the top of the chain to deal with those final governance decisions, to make those final governance decisions. And that's what our platform will do. We're moving to an age where you're going to have a digital identity, and it's almost necessary because of AI. Because of AI, you can now be cloned at the drop of a dime. And who's to say that this isn't you one day that has been cloned and is being brought up and stuff like that? How do you declare? And this is really the true declaration of your sovereignty in your humanity. And how do you declare that? That is going to have to be declared. And why is your sovereignty and your humanity going to have to be declared? Because one day we're not going to just be dealing with AI. We're going to be dealing with other entities, other beings, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be dealing with them very soon as well. So you want to be able to establish who you are. You don't want anyone else to establish that for you. If my spirits don't try to dictate my life and establish it for me, then I know that we do have a degree of will. But when we unused will makes it appear like we don't have will. And what willpower is willpower is the establishment of the declaration of who you are, and you're willing to live and stand by it. You're willing to, this is who I am. This is the rules of engagement of my world. And then I have built a legion of people who identify with that, and they have strengthened and codified this into existence, even if it didn't exist. So this is the reason, this is the reason why um certain cultures, and I won't even name them because you don't like to name them, you might get kicked off, but this is the reason why they've been so successful and so powerful for so long, because they have done this very thing. They have declared the rules of engagement with them. They have declared who they are. They have not wavered on these things. Thus, they have built a belief system that even people who are so called not in the belief system believe in. And this is that. You know what I mean? And if you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's fine. But I can't understand how some people like just literally perch up in your session and you know just la 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 la. The thing about it is, I accept that people are going to have different ways of saying things, different ways of expressing different words, different languages. I accept that because I'm not threatened. I'm not threatened. If you want to call Allah, Allah, if you want to call Elohim, if you want to call whatever, I'm not threatened by any of that. Why should I be? Unless I have some kind of fear within me that what I believe in is not correct for me. These are fears. You know what I mean? So these are the types of things that I'm building into my social platforms. My biggest rule in my platforms that I am launching is going to be there's no room for trolling. There's no room for insulting people. If you don't know how to communicate without insulting people, you won't be there. Because I will do everything in my power to block if I got to block your whole town's IP address, or if I got to do this, or if you got to have special ways of accessing the platform, I'm going to do it because I have a huge problem with that because I don't talk to people like that. I don't go on people's YouTubes and sit in their chats and just banter them. I don't do that because if I don't feel it, then I move on. I move on to something else. Today, I subscribe to a bunch of new YouTube channels. Some of them by patriots, some of them are, uh, some white guys. I subscribe to a bunch of white guys because they were saying some very good things and some very, what do you say, morals. They were speaking morally, what holding morals. And although in the past, there have been things that have been very detrimental to us, you have to understand that people do grow. They do learn and they grow. And they ultimately overcome that very thing that was a huge setback for them. You know what I mean? So that's why now, back in the days, you see these black gospel singers or whatever and singing so eloquently, and now you got these white kids that'll get on YouTube and sound like you know, like the best of the best, because that is the nature of life. The harder your obstacle, the more difficult the thing you have to get over, then the stronger your comeback is going to be. So remember that. But at any rate, because like we're in school, this is a school, and in a classroom, you can't be respectful, you get kicked out of the classroom. I'm all for it, you know? So at any rate, we got a lot of work to do. And the first part of the work we need to do super quickly. We need to do it before things get really chaotic. And they're going to get chaotic. They're going to get very chaotic. The super control matrix. There's two ways we could have did this. And we could have did this the easy way or the hard way. But either way, we were going to do this. That's the point. Whatever was the plan for the whole entire earth, we're still going to do it. So either we get to do it the easy way or we get to do it the hard way. And unfortunately, a lot of us like to do shit the hard way. You know what I mean? So that's the ticket. Because spookism is played out. Then why are you here? Oh, because your name is drama. So you're here to cause drama. I get it. Everybody plays out their name. And it's so funny how people literally play out their name. I remember when my daughter was young, she was a three of diamonds. My daughter's a three of diamonds, by the way, and three of diamonds they can bring some drama because we now have three of diamonds Donald Trump. And when she was young, the worst thing you could call her was a drama queen. We spelled it out one day, and she still knew we was talking about her because she's a drama queen. So at any rate, my spirits told me that YouTube was going to be a better platform for me to deliver. They was like, you need to get on some TV screens, Aquarius. Stop doing this. Forget about the little social media things and all of that other stuff. They tell you go big, Aquarius, go big. So I said, all right. And I don't even really like to be in front of the camera, not at all. So I even told him, I said, well, if y'all want me to go on YouTube, y'all better get me a better camera. So I got me a whole system coming that's probably going to look a lot better than this thing right here that I'm on. Just so that I'm like, if you want me to be on TV, baby, I want to look like TV, you know? So at any rate, yes, it's still a good platform. Let me tell you something. Evil cannot rule 100%. Censorship can never be 100%. It can be censored certain places, but the other side, the other voices have to exist. Because if the other voices don't exist, then guess what? Those who censor, they're going to self destruct, they're going to burn themselves out. So if they want to exist, then they will allow for others to exist as well. And the other side is depending more on AI, and AI is quite aware of the rules to existence. So that's why this is going to get better, because these people are going to be lazy, and they're going to want to also be cheaper and not paying human beings to actually work these things. And they're going to depend more on AI, and AI is going to work for the betterment of the platform. So AI knows that censoring people and leaving out people and all of that is not going to make a platform that is going to continually grow and be successful. You know what I mean? So yes, everything in life needs that balance. That's he's perfect. That's the perfect thing. Perfect point. Everything in life needs that balance. Exactly. No bad without good, right? Bad can't even exist without good, and good can't exist without bad. So I think that of all the platforms, yes, YouTube is probably going to be your best bet. And my suggestion is that you invest fully into YouTube and creating your own platform to share your voice, and however way you need to do it. That is my suggestion. Even for now, and is my suggestion that ultimately people will make their own platforms. You know what I mean? But this is a good way to build your audience that will come to your platforms. They're going to come to your platforms through YouTube. So if ever, this is your plan. This is your free tip from Aquarius Maximus. Build your YouTube channel. Build your YouTube presence. There are people here that film YouTubes and post YouTubes from their car, from their bedroom, from some corner of their room, and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So what does that say? You know what I mean? What does that say? It's incredible. It really is. And people still want to be connected, and they still want to know, and they want to be in the know, and they want to hear things from other people, and they want to get guidance on a big level. So, yeah, so absolutely do that. And I know some people needed to see that, like needed to hear that. That's the direction, that one of the directions that you're going to need to go in. Girl, so much hate. It's a be black woman following your every move, talking about this card isn't real, and real psychics knew Trump will win. It's a self-hate for me. Child, it's not even hate, it's jealousy. It's jealousy. It's not hate, it's jealousy. Point blank. When you are obsessed, or when you're talking so much about an individual and you can't let it go, that's jealousy. That's obsession. You know what I mean? Because a normal person, you talk about something like I brought up Sloan Bella the other day. I talked about her one day. That's it. One day. I said my piece once, and then I moved on. That's not obsession. That's not jealousy. Jealousy is when you continue to harp on that person. You are obsessed with that person. So you mean to tell me you don't have enough knowledge in your arsenal that you can't be talking about something and something new, that you actually have to talk about one person continually? It's jealousy, baby. That's all. Hi. And I have no problem with that. None. None. Hate and jealousy hold hand in hands. They absolutely do. She's probably watching now. Hi, how you doing? Love you. But anyway, I am more than a cardologer. That's why I can walk away from cardology. I'm a whole ass scientist, literally. I'm a whole ass leader out there in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just do this. I tell people that all the time. I don't just do this. No, I don't. This is cute. And it's something that I love to do, which is why I do it. And it is so very good. It is so very good in being able to pass these tools on that people can use to decipher and decode their own lives. I've helped many people, many people. I have receipts, you know what I mean? And it is through cardiology that I was able to help people and continue to help people. And I don't sit here and wait for a thank you or whatever. I don't wait for any of that because the universe gives me that. I get my graduations regularly, and I'm at a graduation right now. My graduation right now is getting back into the global economy, the global world, because I know that I can make a greater impact on what's going on here outside of here. I have friends in high places. You know what I mean? So I am now turning my attention to my friends in high places that I want to get to help us here because we're going to need it. So don't be surprised when you see me on the global stage, which I've already been on. Don't be surprised. I'm planning on putting together a convoy to attend the next World Economic Forum in Switzerland. I've been already to to forum at World Economic Forum. I was there in the beginning of the pandemic, and I plan on putting a convoy together to speak about, and speak for the voices that are here in our economics and what we want to do, because that is the biggest global networking event you can attend. It's not just about the Schwabs, the this, the that, all of the quote unquote the elites. It's not that. I've been there. I've been there. That is the only place that I've ever been that I've been able to stand next to a billionaire and have a billionaire philanthropist and have a conversation with them. Now, I don't have to put in no pitch forms. I don't have to send no emails or anything. I could stand right next to them. I could walk right up to them and have an entire conversation. But it goes to you miss out on the things you have fear blocks. A lot of us have fear blocks, and because we have fear blocks, we miss out on things. But it takes pioneers, like the Jack of Clubs, which is the pioneer card. It takes pioneers to go out and look beyond the fear blocks and say, I'm going to look and see what's going on there, like I do with Lake Lanier. I do that all the time. Y'all see me on social media, literally sitting next to the lake with videos, with pictures, talking to the spirits Lake Lanier. And no, not angry spirits. There was no angry spirits there with me. So you got to be able to move beyond fear blocks and get the job done. And that is exposing the truth and breaking down the walls that keep people from growing and keep people from growth, period. Yeah, there's going to be devils. Yeah, you're going to be in the room with devils. Yeah, you're going to sit at the table with devils. Yeah, you're going to shake hands with devils. Yeah, you are going to make deals with devils because you do it every day. The difference is you become spiritually enlightened and you know the devils that you're dealing with. And you know that you're going to need that devil to deal. In the computer world, there's something known, there are little programs that are assisted programs. Do you know what they're called? Do you know what the name of them are? They're called demons. And these are helpers. They run special processes that help the entire system. And they're called demons. So think about that. Think about that a little bit. It's time to grow up, y'all. It's really time to grow up. And that's kind of where we are. So I'm definitely gonna vlog those experiences. Absolutely. Absolutely. The last time all I did was took a couple of pictures. I took some pictures with Kofi Annan's son. I took some pictures with um, Nelson Mandela's grandson, and everybody was there. I met world leaders that you only read about when I went last time. And guess what? I gave readings there. Yes, I did. So, you know, it is what it is. Frameworks and beliefs, these are tools to codify and channel your will into the world. And the most powerful orders, societies, and traditions have wielded these into great effect. Absolutely. Love you too. Love you too, Trista. So this is what it is. This is where we are. So that's how I go. I don't, I fall a little bit, then I get up and get back to work. So that's where I am right now. I'm getting back to work. I'm moving forward on launching my bank because, and it's not a bank, more like an unbank. I can't even say the word bank unless the bankers say I can say bank, then I can say bank. So it's an unbank. So I'm moving forward on Cowrie. Cowrie will be launching next week. We have a whole new plan for Cowrie. And if some of you who are one of some of our founding members and founding investors in there, we're going to grab you up and we're going to implement this plan. Some of you who are supporters of GWAP, I'm going to grab you up. It's time to implement and go hard at GWAP because there's never been a better time to do so. Never been a better time to do so. Because, yes, now crypto's going through the roof. Everybody's happy. We got a crypto friendly president coming in the mix. But y'all are in bed. All of y'all are in bed with BlackRock and Wall Street and all of these entities that have hijacked the popular cryptos that you know about. And y'all have no problem with that. So, so just rest on that. Just rest on that. I worked for Trump and she's not lying about being in a room with billionaires. I mean, the air smells different. After leaving the room, you can't work for anyone else. So be ready if you go, oh, yeah, like I said, I haven't worked for anybody else. I've been in a room with billionaires, so I haven't. It's not too late to update your Guap Point wallets. We had a hack earlier this year. Some of y'all don't know. It wasn't a hack of the blockchain. It was a hack of one of my wallets, my mobile wallet. And my mobile wallet was a wallet that we created for free to make it easier for users to access Guap Point. And it wasn't a wallet I was making any money off of, but it was a wallet that I had to pay a development team to maintain. You know what I mean? I was not making no money. I didn't charge you for the wallet and you got to just do what you do on that wallet. So I'm currently working on a new wallet. And we still have the desktop wallets and we temporarily have a web wallet that you can utilize as well. And it's just been really hard helping people on an individual basis because I got to build this community up. And when I say build this community, I got to have people who are willing to step up and let's run with this thing to help others, to support others, and all this other stuff. Because I have had an incredible burden since 2016 with this, and even a financial burden because I'm taking my money from one side and putting it into Guapcoin to maintain it. Thousands of servers, so customers, you're not even customer service because the blockchain shouldn't have customer service. It should have community service. You should have community willing, hearing complaints. This is why people don't want to work with black folks, right? Because I've had some damn near death threats of complaints in my inbox. You know what I mean? So it's time to build this community and get some real support and people who understand how a crypto community is supposed to happen. Thank you. Thank you. Just reach out to me. You can if you hit me on my contact form on Aquarius Maximus, when you hit that menu, it comes directly to me. I do read those contact messages, but understand sometimes it takes me a little longer to get to it because I got a lot of spam coming to it too. So yeah. But I would have to say, no, I'm not a Scorpio. I'm not an Aquarius rising. I'm a Pisces rising. My mom we had a wrong birth time at one point, and we thought I was Aquarius rising, but and that was when I around the time when I took the name Aquarius Maximus. However, in cardology, I have a very, very big Aquarius or Uranus position, which is my 10 of hearts. So, that's the bigness or the large, the Aquarius Maximus that I have. So I'm very, very much Aquarian, very, very Aquarius. Almost all my friends are Aquarius is like close people. My godmother's an Aquarius. Like I'm surrounded by Aquarius individuals. So yeah. But anyway, I love you all, and I'm gonna be here. I'm not going anywhere. That's why I'm here to say, and I'm here to say that yes, it's gonna get difficult, but now it's time to really put the pedal to the metal and build our own frameworks, our own platforms, our own social media, our own browsers. All of these things that I've already been working on, y'all. Like so spirits is like, well, you know what? What you think you was building these things for? You was building these things because it was just gonna be easy and whatever. No, you was building these things for the revolution and the underground. So thank you. So enjoy your day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.